Brendan, a really bad night at Parkhead, beaten 2-0 at home in the Europa League by Braga. Many Celtic fans refused to turn up in protest at the board. What did you make of that, Brendan?
No, not at all. I'm very proud of the supporters, and I'm also very proud of the players, because the players stood alongside the supporters and didn't show up themselves there. I think that that shows how united the club are against those absolute the board. So I'm very proud of them. This defeat is the board's fault. It's got nothing to do with Peter Schmeichel's son having the most pish game in his human existence there. Bored out. Very proud to be here.
And there was also a silence in protest from the fans. What did you make of that, Brendan?
No, I'll be honest with you there. I didn't hear any silence. You'd have to play it for me to comment on that. I didn't hear any silence.
As you said, the board are not covering themselves in glory this season, and there was a lot of abuse being shouted towards them at the final whistle.
Look, I did hear a couple of things there. There were some really aggressive things shouted towards the board. I think, get out of our club, liver spot-headed beasts or something like that. And I think you group of sneaks, I'm going to get you and your family. I think I heard things like that. It's pretty harsh, but looking back at, should I be shouting those things towards the director's box? I don't know. But I'm very angry, and I'm very entitled to my opinion. And let's be honest with you, they probably wouldn't have heard it because they don't listen to me or our supporters. But I'm very proud to be here.
Probably the worst VAR decision in football history to rule out Iheanacho's goal for handball. Have they gave you an explanation?
Yeah, look, I was very, very surprised with the decision to disallow Iheanacho's goal. I did speak to VAR. It was really good to see Stevie Wonder, big fan of him growing up. But he explained to me that the reason the goal was disallowed was because Iheanacho grew an invisible hand on his head there, which because it's invisible, it doesn't show in the replays. So look, you have to accept the decision there. It's part of the rules. You can't grow invisible hands on your head during games. So very proud.
Very harsh, and now you need to get the players ready for a big game against Motherwell.
Yeah, look, really big game at the weekend against Motherwell. It's a big game because if we don't win that game, it's very possible that we won't win the league till at least the end of November, and it's getting really difficult now. But we'll. The players were really down in the dressing room after the game, but I threw the first half of the Rangers game on, and everyone was, it cheered everyone up. We were all on the floor rolling over and laughing. So big thank you to Ricky Martin. He's cheered the guys up there. Very proud to be here.